Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Another thing, Joe, that you've said a couple times on the podcast, which I've picked up on, is you've said, full time addiction, right? And I think that's really interesting language. Mary talks about that a lot in the program, like full time addiction. Just to anyone listening, do you want to kind of share your perspective on that and what it means really to like be in a full time addiction?
Yeah. So the other way of saying it is addiction is a full-time job. So it's
Yeah.
not just us going and engaging in the behavior for our sake, instance, with us, we're talking about pornography, masturbation, right? But being in a full-time addiction, yeah, you're engaging in the behavior, but it's also the constant mental conflict which happens in your mind outside of the time of engaging, because there's this situation where you want to engage in the behavior, of course, because we have urges, quote unquote, for it, right? We have that discomfort when we're in withdrawal for it. So we obviously want it to a degree. And we also feel negative consequences after engaging. So there's all that emotion and all that stuff
Yeah.
attached to it, which is included in the conflict. And there's also the side effects of, let's say, because you spent time in that behavior, you perhaps, have neglected other areas of your life, maybe impacted your family, your sleep, your routine with self care. All of these things, they really add up at the end of the day. And this is why it's a full time situation being in a in a compulsive behavior, right? And I'm sure many people will agree that it can affect your working, it can affect your social situation, like being very anxious as well. There's a lot of conflict there to deal with. So there's a lot of stuff to deal with just because we're in this
Yeah.
situation of compulsive behavior.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't get to just go do it, right? And then clear the slate, right? And now you're fine, you're good and good, and then you have a desire whenever, and then you go back, you do it, you're done. It's like trying not to do it, right? Because you want to stop doing it. So there's all the energy goes into trying not to do it, and whatever you spend time doing to try to do that, and then you do it, and then you get that little bit of temporary relief, and now you go into regret, and now then you're back in the, I wanna do what I wanna stop, I wanna do it, I wanna stop. It really is a full-time job. Yeah. People
Yeah.
underestimate that. You don't get to just do it and then put it aside until you do it again.